Hello friends and welcome to Obsidian Soft. Previously, I had shown you how to implement Firebase Authentication in MIT App Inventor using email password. Today, we are adding a real sign in with Google button to your App Inventor app using Firebase. As you can see, one tap and the user's actual Google account picker pops up. So let's begin. I try to avoid extensions as much as possible as I want the MIT App Inventor apps to work on your iPhones too. But unfortunately for this, we need to use an extension. So visit this link. I will give this link in the video description. This is MIT App Inventor community and you need to sign in to download this extension. Okay, so scroll down, and I'm thankful to Mr. Coder for giving the process and the extension, the AIX file. Okay, and just come here where it says download and then download the extension file. Okay, we also need a software for opening up our key store for editing. Don't get worried, I will show you each step, but first download the Key Store Explorer file. So visit this link and then click on download and then choose the first option. Once the software has been downloaded, just double click on it, okay, and click on OK and just keep on clicking next until it's installed on your computer. Okay, click finish and we have the software installed. So now open up Firebase console, create a new Firebase project. Let's call it Google Sign In and continue. Select an account for Google Analytics. I can choose the default account and then click on Create Project. It will take some time. Once it has been created, click on Continue and the dashboard will open up. Here, what we need to do is that on our left, we have Security. Choose Security and then click on Authentication. And then click on the Get Started button. I don't want to use Gemini, so I'm going to close that. And we have already done email password. So today we are doing Google. So after choosing Google, enable it. And you need to provide a support email. So I'm just going to give my email address. Okay. And then click on Save. Now, if I go to Settings and then General and scroll down, you can see that at the moment I do not have any app in this project. We will be creating one, but before that, we need to get our web client ID from a different place, and that is the Google Cloud Console. So visit this link, console.cloud.google.com, and I will give this entire link in the video description. And here it is showing the previous project in which I was working. I need to choose the project Google Sign In that was just created. So click here, and then if you don't see your project, then don't worry. Click on All, and then you will see your project, this one, Google Sign In. Okay, click on it, and here this web client has been auto created by Google service. So I need this client ID. Okay, so just copy it. Okay, and then I'm going to open up Notepad and paste my web client ID, the one that ends with apps.googleusercontent.com here. Okay. Now, another important thing is that for this project to show up in Google Cloud Console, you need to be using the same account, okay? But your actual MIT App Inventor account can be different, okay? So this is just, I wanted to clarify that you can be creating the project using a different account, and then in MIT App Inventor, you can be using a different account. Now open up MIT App Inventor and go to projects, start a new project. Let's call it Google Sign In App. Keep the toolkit default, very important, click on OK. Now go to projects and then click on export key store. If you are using the newer user interface of MIT App Inventor and not the classic one, then this export key store will be under the settings option, okay? So you can see that an android.keystore file has been downloaded to my computer, okay? We need to open this key store file to get a fingerprint of our MIT App Inventor app to connect it to our Firebase project, okay? So how can we do that? Remember, we downloaded a key store explorer file. So if I open up this app, key store explorer, and choose open an existing key store, and then in my downloads where my key store file was downloaded, just scroll towards the right and choose the Android. This was the name of the key store file, so choose that and click on open. It will ask me for a password, and by default MIT App Inventor gives the password Android, small letters, for each of its key stores that are created. Okay, so just enter the password Android, make sure that all letters are lowercase, and then click on OK. And as you can see, it has been opened. So double click on this and you will see towards the bottom we have something called a fingerprint. Okay, now click this button, it looks like a fingerprint, and then copy this formatted fingerprint. This is important. Copy the formatted fingerprint. So Control C, and I'm coming back to my notepad and pasting it here, okay? So these are the things that I will be needing later. Now I'm going to go back to my Firebase project, okay? And now I'm going to click on this Android app, the Android icon button, okay? And I'm going to give a package name. Now this is very important. What is the package name for my MIT App Inventor app? It is constructed in a specific way by MIT App Inventor. So the way is that it is app inventor.ai underscore and your username that comes in your email address. So mine is obsidiansoftc@gmail.com. So everything before at will come here. Okay, so this has to be constructed very patiently and properly. So obsidiansoftc, okay, and then dot and the name of your project. Now again, case is very important, so you have to use exactly the same name. So select it, Control C, come back, Control V. So do you see that? appinventor.ai underscore your account, whatever comes before the at, and then dot, and then your project name. Okay, this is very important, and I can give any name here. So MIT App Google Sign In, okay, anything here. So just then click on register app, and we do not need to download the JSON file, so just click on next, to scroll down, again click on next, and then click on continue to console. Okay, now you can see that we have an app, an Android app showing up here, and you can see that it has an add fingerprint option here. So just click on that and then go back to Notepad wherever you copied your fingerprint, okay, and then paste it here and then click on save. Okay, now before going back to MIT App Inventor, we need a web API key. So previously it used to show somewhere here, but now it doesn't show up here. So we need to add another app and choose the web app this time. And again, we can give it any name we want. And then click on register app. And you can see that we have this API key coming here, and we are interested in this API key. So just copy it. So Control C, and again, I'm going back to my Notepad and I'm pasting it here. Okay. Now let's go back to MIT App Inventor, and we need to import that extension file, the AIX file that we downloaded from the MIT App Inventor community, the one by Mr. Coder. So just scroll down on the left, click on extension, click on import extension, choose the AIX file. So I have two of them here because I was testing the tutorial out first. So just choose any of them and then click on import. And then drag it and drop it onto the viewer so that it becomes a part of your project. Now you can see that in its properties, we have a place for web client ID. So remember the web client ID that we got from Google Cloud Console. So just copy it, paste it here, the entire web client ID, and there is this Firebase web API key that we just created in Firebase console. So here it is. So just copy this one too and paste it here. And very important, check this checkbox, sync with Firebase. Now let's quickly design our screen. So in screen one's properties, make align horizontal center, align vertical center, and I need to put a label. This is just a status label. Okay, and font bold, font size 18. Okay, I'm going to remove all text from it. Below this label, I want to put a button. Okay, and I'm going to rename this button to sign in button. Click on OK. Make the background color cyan. Font bold, font size 18. And shape can be rounded. And the text on it says sign in. Okay. Select this button and duplicate it by pressing Ctrl C, Ctrl V on the keyboard for Windows. Rename this button to sign out button. I'm going to make the background color orange and then change the text to sign out. Our screen design is done, so let's go to the block section. When the sign in button is clicked, we are going to call our extensions start Google sign in procedure. Now, when we call this procedure, two events will fire once. One when Google's done and one when Firebase confirms it. So when Google is done, we can welcome the user with his display name shown. So the event is sign in success. So this is when Google's sign in is successful. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use my status label, set text, and then text join two things. So welcome, comma, space, and then hover over display name to get the get block for it. Okay. The second event when Firebase confirms the sign-in is this Firebase sign-in success. And you can see that we are getting a Firebase ID token and a Firebase user ID. And you can use this in the real-time database for saving user-specific information, just like I taught you in the previous Firebase tutorial with email authentication. And you can watch that tutorial for guidance about how to connect this with the real-time database. Okay. And now when the sign out button is clicked, we also have a procedure in our amazing extension that signs out the user too. So call the procedure sign out. And when the signing out is successful, this event is triggered, sign out complete. And here, what we can do is that we can update our status label. Okay. We don't need the join anymore. And we can just say, okay, so something like that. So the app is done. To run this app, you need to install it on your device and do not use the companion app because it will not work. You need it installed on your device, the APK file. Okay, so you need to go to build and then build the APK file and scan the QR code using your device's camera and download the APK file and install it to your device. Okay, this is very important. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Now you can use professional looking Google sign-in in your apps. Please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel Obsidian Soft if you don't want to miss the great projects that I've planned for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.